Houston. Support for KPFT and the Prison Show is provided by the Cohen Parole Law Firm. For almost 40 years, Gary Cohen has helped represent incarcerated individuals throughout Texas obtain parole and fight parole revocations. We protect those who have fallen short of perfection from the wrath of those who believe they have attained it. For more information about Gary Cohen and his associates, Alan Bennett and Gene Anthis, you can find it at the website, parolelaw.com. You may also contact them at 512-476-6201.
Listeners should be aware that the following program contains language and audio images which may be found disturbing and may not be suitable for your snotty-nosed little brat who probably cusses like a sailor behind your back anyway. Parental discretion is advised.
Daddy, I'm coming to see you at visiting hours next week. Mama ain't been doing too well, I'll tell you more when we speak. And Billy's loving high school. He's out there blocking for JV. I'm sure he's gonna come around by the time you give a least. It's Friday night, the inmates go quiet. Listen for a voice they know.
It's time to holler down the pipe chase and rattle them bars, because we're going to do a prison show for you right here at beautiful old, historic old, exciting new KPFT Houston, from the heart of Montrose, where we all hope tomorrow will be a better day.
Dreams, I can see your freedom, I will hold you once more. The men with no visitors, no money on the books. Remember, David's always gonna be here. You're never so alone. This thing's my love. It's Friday night, the inmates go quiet. Listen for a voice they know. It's Prison Radio. Prison Radio.
And welcome to the Prison Show, and I'm very loud. Tonight is November the 28th. It's Friday, and you know what show it is. It's the Prison Show, and in the studio tonight, we have Danny Sneed, the Encourager, the Prison Show veteran reporter. We have Texas Joe Bailey, singer-songwriter, chapel volunteer, returning citizen, and railroad worker. And we...
Is that better? Can you
Better?
hear yourself now?
Nope. I could hear myself to begin with.
Yeah, but you said it was real loud and you were whistling back.
Oh,
Can you
okay.
hear yourself now?
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. And we also have Abraham Bonowitz, Abe. He is the co-director, founder at Death Penalty Action, and keep in mind he has those death penalty petitions up on the website, deathpenaltyaction.org. And what else do we have tonight? We're going to have some live music, which is awesome. We rarely have that, but we're going to have some tonight. He's tuning up in the hallway, so we're looking forward to that. And let's see. What else do we have, David?
Well, I mean, that's a big deal, is that Texas Joe Bailey's in the house.
Mm-hmm.
He hadn't been here in a long time.
Yeah, it's been a minute.
We play his music all the time, but I can't get him to get off the railroad. He's got him a good job, so.
He does.
Yeah.
He does.
Yeah, Linda's here.
Linda's here.
She said, "Don't forget Linda."
Linda, David's here. We have Danny Sneed. We have Rayla, who's doing the cameras.
She got them shoes.
She's got.
Yeah, I see them all the way across the room.
Yeah, she's got them shoes. Absolutely.
And she's learning the cameras.
Yes, we have a camera operator.
So,
Marcus is still out of the country, so
well, she'll have it down pat next week because all we got to do is figure out how to get it on the Facebook because she knows how to operate the cameras from the pad. So,
yep. So she's going to have it down pat, like David said, next week, and we're looking forward to it. All these different angles y'all are going to get. You're going to get Linda and David.
Linda's laughing. She thinks that's funny.
Yeah, well, Linda seems to, every time they get her butt, apparently. I don't know.
Is that her best side?
Everyone tells Linda they see her butt
I
a
thought
lot.
they liked her toes once before.
You know what? Yes. Linda's had toes. People liking her toes or butt.
Yeah, well, you go, girl.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's really nice to have Danny in the house because he's actually earlier. He came in early for us because he's supposed to every 6 weeks, but he called up and just so happened I had 2 extra spots, and so here he is.
Here he is.
He was so excited he was waiting on his
Yeah,
here.
he was waiting on Linda and I when we got here.
Microphone.
Yeah, when we got here, Danny was out in the parking lot, so
Don't judge me.
don't you?
Well, I was looking at that Buick you're driving.
Don't judge me.
Ain't nothing wrong with driving a Buick.
I
I think
thought
it's
it
like
was-
a Cadillac.
I thought it was a Cadillac.
Again, don't judge me.
He used to have a Lincoln, didn't you? Didn't you have a Lincoln? And then you got a truck.
I have all of those,
You still have them all?
but don't judge me.
I ain't judging you.
So you pick and choose which one you want to drive.
Yes, it's
Eeny, meeny, miny, moe.
it's weather related.
What?
Yeah, truck is for storms. Lincoln is for Sundays,
Oh,
and the Buick is for Ubering
Ubering. You Uber?
for almost 10 years.
I did not know that.
4.99 stars.
Wow. You go. Maybe, yeah. My car is a mess. I can't Uber. I want to, but. So, Danny Sneed, the encourager, the prison show veteran reporter. Yeah, what is that? High earnings.
Yeah, you know what? It's been quite a journey. And you know what? I always like to talk about, how me and David met and how we built this relationship and how the irony of us, him becoming the producer of the prison show, and I'm just along just for the ride. But we're 2 formerly incarcerated individuals that background doesn't look like what we are now. And I think I can speak for David. Our hope is that we utilize our platforms and what we do in our lives to encourage the men and women that are still in prison. To be the face of that there's a real thing about second opportunities. And a lot of us are on our 5th and 6th opportunities. So when they talk about second opportunities, it's really technically not my second opportunity. I have several times to start over. And you know what, Danny, every time I started over, people were willing to overlook why I was in prison and how long I was in prison. It had never factored in on whether I got another opportunity. And I still today believe I can make the case that me and a lot of my brothers and sisters that return from jail in prison, once we come back and we sit in the day rooms, man, we have these awesome stories of all of these great jobs we had, great families. Dude, I had a boat, I had a car, and they'll have pictures, and it's like this great life. And I'm sitting there listening to the story, and I'm drinking coffee, and I'm saying like, damn, but we in prison. Like, I don't even want to tell my story because it's just horrible to tell the advantages I had, and I'm in prison. Me being a veteran, and all the opportunities that were allocated for me as a veteran here I was at 28 years in prison, and I really didn't have a really good excuse for being in prison based on there was lack of opportunity. And so I used to tell my mom that I'm glad they have prisons because, you know, that the decisions and the choices I was making, I mean, if they wouldn't have put me here, I was doing more harm in my community and my society. And this is giving me an opportunity to reflect on what was I actually doing. One of the great programs I was able to be a part of was called Bridges of Life. And if you guys out there heard it, if you ever get an opportunity to be a part of Bridges of Life, it won't be something that I don't think TDC will make mandatory for you to do, but they may have changed that. Now, John Sage is the founder. And a few weeks ago, I got a phone call, and I looked at my contact. It said John Sage. I'm like, oh my God, John Sage is calling me on my phone. And it was equivalent to me when I saw that to if it was like Barack Obama was calling me. And I'm wondering how he get my number. And I'm looking at the contact, and then I'm looking at like, how did I save him in my phone? And so that's how I felt when John Sage called me. Like, how do I have it? How do I have his name saved? Because I actually met him, the founder of Bridges of Life. But the story goes, he called me, he said, Danny, how you doing? I said, man, John, man, it's just so great that I'm getting a call from you, man. You're famous, and now you taking your time to call me. He said, oh, Danny, it's not all that. I said, no, man, but you are, because you founded an organization that's huge. It's a national organization. And for you to have my name saved in your contacts to call me, what's going on? He said, well, Danny, we go through our records. You know, we do a fundraising dinner every year in Houston, and we've been doing it for a long time. We checked the records and we did the tally. You have attended more fundraisers than anybody else. This will be your 11th fundraiser that you attend as a Bridges to Life graduate, because they go to 4 or 5 cities. They go to Amarillo, they go to Austin. They do these fundraisers in about 4 or 5 different cities. Each city they do the fundraiser, they try to locate people that got out of prison, they graduated from their program. So every year they come to Houston, I go to the fundraising. And it's a real fancy deal. You go to this place and it's all formal people, and everybody there is formal people. I won't say rich people, but there ain't nobody in there broke. and they're there to write checks to the Bridges of Life program. But what John does is he strategically set at each table a graduate. That's why they want to come back. So I'm sitting here like an apple, a bunch of a lot of oranges, and I'm sitting there. But I know my role. So what I immediately start doing is I don't sit there scared and afraid. I start sharing my story of how I set in Bridges of Life program in 2008. It's 2025. And what I learned from that program is still greatly affecting my life. And I have never returned back to prison. And so the whole idea for them to hear that story is they'll write a bigger check because this program is worth investing in. So I've been able to do that 11 times to come back, to sit around these fancy people and be very transparent about who I am and not what I'm doing in my life. Like I'm stripping off all what I'm doing. I'm not talking about what I'm doing currently unless they ask me. I'm taking them back to a time that I was in prison in this program. But I digress from that to just say that some of the things are Bridges of Life. I'm just plugging Bridges of Life. So if you guys out there have an opportunity to be a part of that program, the setup is they bring in victims. They brought this lady in, and we were sitting there, and all the inmates that was in this program, and she started telling a story about how she was assaulted and how it made her feel. And then she told the story that the guy that almost killed her, he got a lot of time. She went to prison to visit him and told him she forgive him. And all of us was on the floor like this. Like, you did what? And I'm here to tell you what happened, what he did. And the idea of Bridges of Life is, I thought when I went, she said to talk to him that it was for him, but it ended up being more for her. And so it's some magic supposed to work in that about forgiveness, that you have to kind of like investigate that for yourself. But Bridges of Life take volunteers all over the state that have been victims, and they go into prison and tell their stories of how it made them feel. So what it's supposed to do to us is we listen, and some of us, like myself, have never heard a victim come into prison and tell us their story about how it felt. And it changed my perspective on what role I played in some of the crimes I committed. I'm going to tell you something, Danny. I did a lot of crimes. And when I got in prison, I never thought about the crimes I committed. Like if I broke in your house and you came home and all your furniture was gone, and you look in your refrigerator and I got your leftovers too, and I took them.
What?
I mean, I'm just being honest. If I break in your house and I take all your stuff and I open your refrigerator, if you got good food, I'm taking that too.
Danny, really?
I'm just being honest.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying this it is what it is. I'm in there. I got to get everything that's valuable. I'm not buying food. I'm in my addiction. I'm everything that's a resource. When I'm in there, I'm thinking that's a resource. So as I'm thinking, I'm playing the tape in my head. I'm grabbing the TV. I'm grabbing this. Oh, I can sell that. And then I'm thinking, well, wait a minute. They may have some good food in there. You know, I can shop while I'm here too. Because when this is all over with, I may get hungry. I'm going to take all your food in the refrigerator. I'm going to go back to my place, and I'm going to strategically set it in my refrigerator just like I just came shopping from Sam's. I'm just going to set it in there, and then the rest of the stuff I'm going to fence, and then, hey. But the idea of going through that, I'm disconnecting from the person that comes home, and not only did I've offended them and took all their stuff out their house, they go in there to try to probably get a beer or something, or drink of water, or like at least I can go in there and make meal sandwiches. And they go open the refrigerator and say, this something that took all the food. Who does that? Who does that? And I would think that I'm unique in that I tell this story, and you think that that's like, oh, that can't, man, there's some people will come behind me and say, oh, so you think that I took the food and I took the whole refrigerator. Like, wow, so you just going to just up my story. You didn't just take the food out. You took the whole refrigerator. Yeah, because I take the food out, and when you can take the whole refrigerator and you have the food in the refrigerator. Yeah, the things we do. The things we do. But the moral of the story is, when someone comes in and they tell them how it made them feel, that when I came home, all my stuff was missing. And my kids, they took my kids' PlayStation, and they were traumatized. And they talk about the trauma they felt. I never played the tape to that part. I never thought about what I did, how it affected the people. But that Bridges of Life program opened my eyes to realize, while I'm sitting there down here waiting on to get mail and waiting on to go to commissary, I have totally dismissed the people that were affected by my life when I was out there. I get back right. I ain't finna do no amends. I'm not finna come back to your house and tell you I'm sorry, Danny. I have forgotten all about that. My only thing is thinking about is I don't want to get back out again and hopefully don't commit any crimes. So I'm spinning this again, and it's about Bridges of Life. But let me pivot back and bring you guys back to, if you're a veteran, if you served in the United States Army, Marines, Navy, Coast Guard, did I cover all of them?
I think so.
Army,
Reserve.
Marines, Navy, Coast Guard. Is it another one? That's 4 branches. It's supposed to be 5. I'm missing some. Air Force.
Air Force, yes.
Air Force. Yeah.
What about the Space Force?
The Space Force?
Really?
So guys, listen. This is if your unit doesn't have a VA rep that comes on your unit and talks about the benefits that you have. Wait, I'm out of time. What clock are you using?
I don't know. Boy.
Okay, so again.
What clock we using? The one on the board.
So I'm a veteran, and what I didn't realize when I got out of prison for the 3rd time is, as a veteran here in Houston, Texas, like a lot of these cities, they have a housing first program. So when you get out and you maybe I got to go to a halfway house and all that. No, you really don't. They have a housing first program. It's a process. You got to get on a waiting list. But until you get in housing, they'll put you in a GPD bed, which is a staging to wait to get your housing. And if you had any kind of military, if you ever had any kind of medical problems, well, veterans that serve 2 years or more, free medical. So you got to worry about Obamacare. You just go to the local VA hospital. They'll verify through the process that your Social Security number that you're a veteran. But what I want you guys to focus on, and Thanksgiving was awesome out here, is that, I have one standard message that I talk about a lot. And it's that when I was in prison the 3rd time, what got me to where it's 2008 when I got out. It's 2025. I have yet to re-offend. I have yet to go back to drinking and drugging. The one thing that I found that changed my life was when I was there, I made a pact. I made a promise. Or I had a contact, prayer with God. Dear God, I don't want to get out of prison. I want to stay out of prison. I'm going to say it again. If you write that down and tape it on your hot pot or your box fan, and you look at that, that could be life transforming. It could change your life. Dear God, I don't want to get out of prison. I want to stay out of prison. Amen. Tape that on your hot pot. Take that on your box fan. It could save your life. My name is Danny Sneed, U.S. Army veteran. I did one thing right in my life. I made a bunch of mistakes, but I served my country honorable, and that honor is still being respected out here, and yours will be too. Thank you guys for your service. I love you. Nothing you can do about it. I'm out.
Thank you, Danny. Thank you so much. Okay, so we are adjusting the room, apparently, for Texas Joe Bailey, and he's going to... He is. You're low.
Oh, I'm going well, the mic's down here. Do I need a headset or?
You're gonna need a headset.
I don't need one, but I mean, as long as y'all can hear me, I'm good. It's easier for me to play music without one.
Yeah. Okay.
I'll listen to it for a minute.
Are you right-handed or left-handed?
Right-handed.
We're getting things settled. I apologize.
Am I on here?
Yeah.
How y'all
Not
doing?
yet. Not yet.
Not yet. No.
Okay.
No. He. Tear it up. There we go.
Yeah, thank you so much.
I was trying to do sign language from inside. It wasn't working.
I am ruining the show. Hey, nice job, man. I loved everything you said. I like that print.
Are you formerly incarcerated?
Yes.
Oh, okay then. All right.
Yeah.
All right, man. How long
I
you
could
been out?
I could never afford a hot pot.
Now I think you're on.
But I had a good hot shot. I only did 2-year piece in
Look,
DWI.
you do a week in prison, man. You got the badge.
Yeah. Yes.
You
You already know already.
Yeah. You
Already.
Got a life sentence.
Yeah, already. I'm ready when y'all are.
All right. Well, tell us a little bit about you.
A little bit about me. Well, my name's Joseph Daniel Bailey. I'm from the north side of Houston. I'm a half-breed hood rat. My mother's Hispanic. My dad is Caucasian. He was smart enough to find a beautiful Hispanic woman to marry because they're beautiful, and they created my specimen that you see before. I'm just kidding. But the combination, it was a nice. I was just speaking to Ashley here about the dynamic of having my father being a country boy from Crockett, Groveton, East Texas, Lufkin area, and my mother being from north side of downtown Houston, Quitman and Elysian. So I had the luxury of experiencing both lives growing up. But at the same time, in the north side of Houston, you'll see horses going down
Yes, you will.
cross timbers. So it's a great time. But I work for the railroad. I've been there for 20 years, Union Pacific Railroad. I'm a musician. I take jobs in acting. I do a lot of background work. What all do you want to know? I mean, I'm a.
How many songs have you written now?
Oh, how many songs I've written? More than I can count.
Yeah, we play your songs, but you hadn't been in the studio in God knows how long.
Well, you just called me yesterday, and here I am. Look how
I
that
called
works.
you a week ago too, and then I called you.
Well, yeah, but I mean,
Last time I called you, you lived right real close.
I didn't know you were going to be on with us. This is great. I was waiting. I was like, I thought we were going to get a chance to talk, and here we are,
Yeah.
looking through the glass.
Yeah. I'm the board operator nowadays.
I don't have enough time in to give a physical. What do they used to call it when you don't have to be behind the glass?
Oh, contact visit.
Yes, contact. All right, I got 3 more weeks before I make contact.
Yeah.
Anyway, what do you want to know, David?
Where you playing at?
You already know me.
What, that place you're playing at called the Hideout Bar?
Yes.
Didn't it used to be called something else?
It used to be called Bareback Ice
There
House,
you
right?
go.
Yeah, thank you for that. That's next Saturday, the 13th. We're playing at a place called Texas Hideout Bar and Grill, and it's on 2920 and Kirkendall out there in Spring. And it used to be Bareback Bar and Ice House, and some people had bought it from Dan Grant, who was a great owner of Bareback for many, many years. And they renovated it, and they built a new stage, and the band and I are going to be playing there, and y'all are all welcome to come out.
So it's different than it was?
It's way different.
Remember I
haven't
seen you
been
out
there,
there.
but I can see pictures of it. It looks like a sports bar. It's just torn out and redone
It used
completely.
to be a biker bar.
And did it?
Yeah, we could park our Harleys right out front.
Yeah, well, it used to be that little barn.
Yeah.
They just kept building on and building on and building on. And where those tables were, the picnic tables were, on the pavilion, that's now a dance floor with parquet floor.
Oh, wow.
Yes. I'm praying and hoping that they do very well. I'm praying and hoping they do very well next Saturday.
Yeah, I enjoyed seeing you out there.
Well, come out.
Yeah.
Come out that night.
I think it was like they had tacos the last time I was out there.
Oh, they got everything, man. They got Philly cheese. I don't know what they have now.
You know what they have?
They just
have
announced they got a full menu.
non-alcoholic beer. That's the reason why I was going there. is 'cause
Well,
I could go drink non-alcoholic beer.
Why would I do that?
It's like if you don't want to get wet when you go swimming, then
Well,
it's
I
the
drink
same thing.
Coca-Cola. Tastes so much better.
No,
I don't even,
I like beer. It makes me a jolly good
I
fellow.
enjoyed it, but I'm done with it. I know reminders.
I like the taste of beer. It's not a reminder. It's
Uh,
actually giving me freedom now because I
I
can
know
drink
you-
a beer and not get wasted.
That's wonderful, and I've gone to bars and sat with you while you drink them. We enjoy ourselves, and I appreciate that. We have a good relationship. I love you, and you're a good friend, and you've been. I don't know. I was telling my friend here that I don't remember how we met, but we've been close for years.
It was at the Governor's Award Banquet or something like that. You were playing,
The Governor's Award Banquet.
right? You were playing, and Brandy was selling challenge coins or something
Oh,
like
okay.
that.
All right.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I also met Steve from 68 Degrees Air Conditioning. I
Okay.
met a lot of people at that Governor's Banquet.
Wow.
Yeah, it's been a long time.
I was telling Ashley here that I talked to my stepdad today. I call him my dad. He's raised me since I was 20. And we have a hard time telling. I know, I was a kid till then. That's probably why I ended up in the penitentiary. We have a hard time telling each other we love each other, like at the end of conversations. You know, like, oh, okay. You know, if I tell him I love you, he's hesitant to respond with "I love you too," and it's just awkward.
Yeah.
But people I've done time with that are out here in the world, and the ones that I still talk to inside, we always end with "I love you."
I love you, man.
I love you, man. Start off with it.
Means a lot.
For some reason, there's just a camaraderie and a brotherhood that comes with that you don't. It's a level of respect that you learn for people that people don't understand out here in the world. And when you come out and you see the way people treat one another, you think to yourself, this person could get killed where I'm come from.
They sure
just
could.
from acting the way they're acting right now. I'm running that mouth and not saying excuse me. You know what I mean? That's the best words you can learn. Is
Hey, can we make a connection? Can you tell us what years you served and
Okay.
what year you were on?
I ended up staying in Cofield in Tennessee Colony, but I went to Holiday for Diagnostics 2016. I went to Holiday for I got a 2-year sentence on felony DWI, and so I spent 6 months in the county jail fighting it, but there was endless evidence against me to be guilty, and I was on probation I was on probation I was blessed enough to get probation for the felony DWI, the third DWI. So I got
Remember the first job you had when you got out? The first job.
You're not gonna believe it. I got fired from the railroad in 2014 from drinking on the job.
Danny, if you're going to interview, get a microphone. You sound like Gloria Rubeck. You're out in the back of the room.
He wants to hear you they want to hear you on the radio, like with the questions that you're asking. What did you ask again?
What was the first job you had when you got out of prison?
I worked for the railroad from 2005 till 2013 when I was suspended for getting caught in the parking lot of my car with a 32-ounce beer between my legs, passed out drunk, with a pipe that I created from pipe that I stole off the pipe rack in the shop to smoke some K2, and I got fired that day.
K2?
K2, yes. Tunchi. I was Tunchi boy.
Okay.
It wasn't like it is. It wasn't. It was off the chain and not good, but it wasn't like it is now. You know, I did a little bit of time here recently, and it's something different, man. I did about a month in the county jail on some. I'm trying not to use profanity.
Yeah, please don't.
I did a month in the county jail on some frivolous charges, and man, that spice or that tunchi that they're smoking is making them very sick.
They go into convulsions.
Yes, and then they get up and do it again.
Yeah.
I can't believe it. Not only that, I've never seen the violence on the level that it's at right now. They are cracking skull. There's blood on the floor every 4 hours at least. Lockdown every. Oh, it was hell, man.
So how long does it take to sing Prison Famous?
I don't want to sing about 3 minutes.
Yeah, you don't want to sing it?
I want to sing another. I'm gonna do two, right?
Yeah.
I got one in my. I want to do The Walls.
Okay.
Because when I was in the Holiday unit, just got into there, and like I said, I fought the case and lost. So I'm in Holiday on Diagnostics, and this old man sits down next to me, and he says, "You know, when you get out of here, and you go back home," he said, "Is this your first time down?" I'm saying, "Yes, sir." He said, "Well, after your first time down, when you get out and you go home, you've got this period of time where you have this aura about you. People wonder where you've been, women want to be with you, and things are just magical. And don't waste that time when you get out." And there's a young kid sitting next to him, and he's like, "Yeah, it's almost like you're prison famous." And immediately, I went and wrote it down. I wrote the song. And another young man that was there wanted to be a songwriter, and he came up with the beat in the way that the song goes. But he wrote it. He came to me and said, "I've got a song that I wrote, and it goes like this." And he started beating his hand like we do. He says, "I got some money in my britches, and I feel like going home." And then he just stopped. And I'm sitting there, and I'm thinking to myself, that's not very good. But I'm a polite person, so I'm like, okay, he's a young man, and he's trying. I said, first of all, I don't call pants britches. If I got some money, I'm going to say I got some money in my pocket. And if I got some money in my pocket, I'm probably not going home. I'm probably going to go do something with that money. But I like the beat, And I like the dun 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 dun. So I took that and put it together with the lyrics that I wrote with the gentleman that gave me the Prison Famous idea. And the song is my story of my journey from getting locked up to now. And
Well, let's hear it.
okay, my pick is missing.
Uh-oh.
I didn't take it with me.
I had it I had it right here in the strings. Good.
Linda?
One second.
So he's looking for his pick right now. Those were some good questions, Danny.
Yeah. Hey.
Well, it's the prison show, so you want to connect to the people that are behind the bars. Because
Absolutely.
if we're successful, it seems...
You got to get a mic. You can't talk in the room.
Oh, my bad. The thing about it is, it's easy for us to talk about the success we out here, but we want to connect to where it didn't start off always successful.
Right. Well said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
we don't get out and just become producers and work at the railroad overnight.
All right, let's
Here we
get to
go.
the song.
I'm glad you're here, man. You have really helped me out because I'm not the best talker, and you've guided me along. But here we go. Make sure we got a good sound, David. I don't want to be overbearing.
All right.
Well, that judge, he dropped the hammer. Man, I knew that I was gone. Jumped that bluebird from the county, caught chained to Huntsville, rolling on. It was my first time down, you see. It was all brand new to me. My mind filled with anxiety. Hell, I was lost. Well, old Fifth Ward was my cellie, laced me up and got me straight. Answered 1,000 questions, then he predicted my fate. He said, boy, listen to me, time flies around here, you will see, you'll soon be back out in the free. Be prison famous. Well, my woman, she told me she was lonely, she couldn't wait. I said, baby, that's okay. While daddy's gone, you go and play. But girl, just know this thing is true. When I get out, I'm coming for you. Nobody does it like I do. I'll be prison famous. I got that gate check in my pocket. Time to be rambling on. Well, the state, they got my years. Gave me time to write my song. Now I'm back out in the free, just the way Fifth said it'd be, and there ain't nothing stopping me. I'm prison famous. I'm prison famous. I'm prison famous.
Great job.
Yay.
So if you hang out just a few minutes, we got another segment coming up, and then you can sing another song.
I'll hang out as long
That
as
was
you want.
awesome, man.
Thank you, sir.
That was awesome.
Thank you.
You
Thank
blessed a lot of men and women down there
Man.
listening to you, man.
Hello. I want to say hello to you guys and gals out there, man. Hey, stay up. It's all right. I don't know what to say because I empathize with you so much. I've sat where you're sitting, and it breaks my heart, and I love you guys. So come see me. Come
Thanks,
see me.
Joe. We
Yes,
appreciate you. Thanks, Danny.
Thank you very much. I know you're going to be back soon.
In prison?
No, no. I hope not.
I'm gonna send David some of this material I recorded, and it'll be uploaded to the page.
Thank you, man.
You're wonderful.
Proud of you, man.
I'm proud of you, man.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Now,
That's what you pick right there.
All right. Hey, see,
let's get to David.
I thought it was Abe.
Oh, I thought you wanted to talk.
We kind of went over.
All right. All right. Hey, Abe.
Well, hey.
How are you?
Well, I'm doing okay. You guys sound like you guys are having a good old time tonight.
Yeah, we are.
I was waiting to call in until after Joe finished singing, so I was enjoying the whole program tonight. And thanks also to Danny. It's been just great hearing all these guys talk about their experiences.
It really has.
Yeah, so one of these days I'm going to get down there in person myself, but it takes something to get me down into Texas, and sadly it's when there's bad stuff happening is usually when we show up. So to that end, we're heading into Tennessee and Florida, and we'll talk about that in a couple of minutes. But first, I want to share some good news, and that is that just before Thanksgiving in Louisiana, after more than 27 years on death row for a crime that actually never happened, a guy named Jimmy Chris Duncan has been allowed to post bail and walked off of death row and spent the weekend or spent Thanksgiving, not even the weekend yet. It's been 2 days that he's been freed from death row for, again, a crime that didn't happen. He's proven his innocence. It needs to be affirmed. The state has to decide to drop the charges before it can be an official exoneration, but that seems inevitable, especially if you read the Innocence Project rundown on the case and the other news reports. That it's just outrageous what happened to this guy. And amazingly, just recently in the most recent hearing, the mother of the alleged victim in the case actually came and said, I don't believe that there was a murder. My daughter was sick. And so was an infant, a young child who drowned in a bathtub, and Jimmy Duncan was convicted because, of course, you've got a dead child, somebody's got to go. Well, there's a video of one of the forensic scientists who made a mold of this guy's teeth, and there's a video of him using that mold to put bite marks on the body or on something that they then used to suggest that he had bitten the victim. I mean, it's just the kind of outrageousness that screams, we can't trust government, and especially not when they have the power to kill. And so that's a bit of good news. I put a link in the chat to a GoFundMe that I run, not Death Penalty Action, but me, Abe Bonowitz. It's called the Michael Graham Death Row Survivor Legacy Fund, which basically is a way for me to be able to raise money without having to go through a bunch of hoops to help people that when they get out or after they've been out for a while, including people who took an Alford plea and therefore didn't get exonerated, but led to a lesser offense as a face-saving move for prosecutors. And then there's no exoneration, so no compensation, or those people really need help. So this isn't a fundraising pitch for Beyond to say that if you want to help this guy in his first couple of days, I think he's got a fair amount of support, but we're going to give him a little bit more. And this is even before he's got his own GoFundMe going, and of course we'll see where all that goes. But I put that link in the chat, and as well you can just Google Jimmy Duncan, Louisiana, read all about this case, or find it also on the Innocence Project page. Some good news also, sort of. Still waiting for Melissa Lucio to be freed, and I didn't even check, Danny. Did they issue a hand down yesterday morning? They threw their hand downs down on Thursday from the Texas Court of Criminal Appeals, and of course yesterday was Thanksgiving.
And there was nothing
did
there.
Did they issue anything?
No.
No. Okay, I didn't think so. So either way, we would have heard if Melissa Lucio had been granted the relief that we've been waiting for. But the good news for her is that she has some new attorneys, and they've recently filed a motion for an expedited ruling. And, it's just good news because it's people that are willing to beat the drum and call out to the court, you need to let this woman go. So a little bit more good news. In New Jersey, there was a ruling that recognizes the shaken baby syndrome as not valid. And, so that's a good opportunity for Robert Robertson, who is actually filed a motion this week for the courts in Texas to recognize this new recognition of the argument he's been making all along in Texas. So we'll see what happens. Finally, in the good news, sort of, the column, Ralph Menzies, who was scheduled to be executed by firing squad in Utah back in September, died on death row the other day. Not on death row, but in the hospital. But he died having just had an evaluation that showed his dementia had progressed such that he was no longer capable of understanding what it meant to be executed and why. And so the Supreme Court of Utah had put that execution on hold pending that review. The review came, and then just a couple of days later, he died. And the reason this is good news, of course, is because he cheated the executioner. He was able to just die naturally, and therefore the state was cheated out of an execution. And that's a win in my column. And it's it's a relief for him to be freed from those burdens. So that's all I have for the good news column. And now we've got some bad news coming up, and that is we've got 3 executions coming up starting a week from Tuesday in Florida. A guy named Mark Charles is scheduled to be executed. Once again, unconstitutional behavior by the state of Florida, picking people to execute who have not been had thorough due process in their cases. And in particular, with Mark's case, it's one of those situations where you have ineffective assistance of counsel, outdated legal standards being used instead of what's current, challenging prosecutorial misconduct and ineffective assistance claims. There's actually a real question about whether he is the killer in the case. He's always maintained his innocence. Nobody's making a big case about that. However, what we know is that, he's given up. He's just decided to waive his appeals and not fight it and go ahead and be executed. And that's one of the things that's happening in Florida is that people are losing all faith in the system, as they should, because we can't have faith in a system that is picking people to execute who don't have attorneys and who have not been through a full set of due process. The other person that they're scheduled to execute is a guy named Frank Walls, who is coming up on the 18th of December. And in his case, just get this in front of me, we have a situation where, I'm sorry, I'm lost my tab. Here it comes. He's one of the clearest examples of how Florida's machinery of death ignores the mandate not to execute people with cognitive impairments without, again, meaningful review. He has he's got a significant intellectual disability, and the Eighth Amendment, the U.S. Supreme Court have made clear that for over 2 decades, the Eighth Amendment categorically prohibits executing people with intellectual disability. And they're just going to go ahead with it because of the Thanksgiving holiday and the weekend, 11 of the 30 days of the warrant period, more than a third of Frank's final month alive, he's barred from communicating with his counsel. This is the kind of stuff that they're doing and that they're getting away with. And then the other execution scheduled in December is on the 11th in Tennessee, a guy named Harold Nichols. In his case, you have, at the time of the trial, more than 30, this is in 1988, more than 35 years ago, the victim's mother, and he admits it was a terrible crime. He raped and murdered a young woman, and he had several other rapes. But at trial, after he was convicted, the mother of the victim forgave him and went to visit him. He gave him a Bible and has been praying for him. And ever since, he has been a model prisoner on, and he's asking Governor Lee in Tennessee to show Christian mercy and not execute him. So, we'll see where that goes. That's coming up December 11th. So those are the 3 executions that we have in December. It looks like that's going to be it for December, unless Governor DeSantis in Florida goes crazy and decides to set a date between Christmas and New Year's. Not expecting that to happen. But, January is going to get going with a Texas execution, Charles Thompson. So shout out to Charles there on death row. And we know that more execution dates are coming in Texas and Alabama and possibly Missouri, definitely Florida, South Carolina, a number of other states. Tennessee has 4 executions announced and scheduled, and that's as far as the execution schedule goes for 2026. But we know it's likely to be a year similar to 2025. And in 2025, we are having a record-breaking year of executions. We have had 44 last year, and all of last year we had 25. So far this year we have 44, and if all 3 of these executions are scheduled in December go forward, it'll be 47 executions, and we haven't had that many since before 2010. That's the space that we're in. On top of that, we have federal administration that is seeking death at every case that they can. Y'all, I'm sure, heard about the murder that happened on the streets of Washington, D.C. That was right outside the metro station that I used to use every day, every work day when I went to work at the National Coalition to Abolish the Death Penalty, which then existed. And, this guy who served the United States as an interpreter and whatever else he did for the CIA while we were in Afghanistan and was allowed to come here as he should have been. People like that are, regularly executed if they're left in the places that we abandon. In any case, without any due process, without looking at the case, without any understanding really of why this person did what he did and who he really is, the Attorney General is out saying, we're going to execute him. Just like she did for Luigi Mangione. He had killed one guy and we're going to execute him. And at the same time, there's a man that traveled hundreds of miles to the Walmart in El Paso and killed at least 23 people, injured I don't know how many more, all guilty of doing only one thing, shopping while brown. So if you kill a white person, death. If you kill a bunch of brown people, we'll let you just live out your life in prison. That's our current administration, and that's what's happening. And we have to stand up against a federal government that's going to treat people differently based on the color of their victims. And that's the last thing I'll mention is just that I put a link to an article about this in the comments on the Facebook page to an article about the new report from the American Civil Liberties Union, which looks at racism and the death penalty. I've not had a chance to review this report yet, and it's not like it's anything new, right? We all know that the death penalty is racist. They actually use the words that and make a comparison in terms of the numbers of people killed to the history of lynching and who ended up being lynched. And it's not just people of color. But keep in mind that really the true racism in the application of the death penalty in this country is found most glaringly in the race of the victim. 80% of the people that have been executed in this country since 1977 were executed for the murder of white people, even though people of color are the victims of violent crime more than half the time. So we have that new report, just another resource for us, but that's what I have for y'all today. You can reach us at our P.O. Box 89 in Ghent, G-H-E-N-T, New York, 12075. That's P.O. Box 89, Ghent, G-H-E-N-T, New York, 12075. And for those of us who are free or have access to the Internet, our webpage is deathpenaltyaction.org. and that is where you can go to find petitions to sign for our campaigns on various issues related to the death penalty, as well as the upcoming executions. And finally, I will say, if you're out there making donations, donate to the Prison Show. Donate, and we have a whole listing of the organizations in each state that are working on this issue. So for Giving Tuesday, we're encouraging people to support the anti-death penalty organization in your state or in your city. So in Houston, of course, you have the Death Penalty Abolition Movement, and maybe y'all can share about how people can donate there. But otherwise, you got the Texas Coalition, you've got so many other organizations, and we all need your support. In addition to the Prison Show, thank you for making a space for me to come on and share every couple of weeks. I'm grateful for this opportunity. My greetings to everybody, and I hope that you all make the most of the holiday season, even if you're in the pokey.
Well, thank you, Abe. We appreciate you being on, and thank you for all the information. It's always a pleasure.
Of course. Everybody take care.
You too. Bye-bye.
We got Joel back in the house.
Hey, everybody.
I wanted to make a quick announcement about our Christmas show. This year, our Christmas show is going to be on December the 26th, which is the day after Christmas.
Wonderful.
So y'all get your Christmas shout-outs ready. I don't care if you send them in to me on a voicemail, or you get on our Facebook Messenger app and hit that microphone, leave a voicemail. We'll have a whole 2-hour show of nothing but Christmas shout-outs. Unless Joe wants to come in and sing some Christmas carols.
I do not. I do not like Christmas. I'm willing to admit that here on the radio.
Yeah, but it's a time whenever you're down,
I celebrate the birth of Christ every day.
Amen. I hear you. Yeah.
And hey, if you're all y'all in there, that what I did when I was in there, I got in the church house. I mean, I know there's a lot of things going on in there that aren't supposed to be going on, but there's also things that can keep you out of the way. I got in the church house. I got with the field ministers. I got involved with the band. I was blessed to be able to progress into crafts that I was good at quickly. That doesn't always happen. There were units that I was in that they were like, "You'll never touch this guitar." It took me 20 years to get it, and you're not going to touch. But the Lord opened doors for me to be able to play. I was going to sing the song "The Walls." I don't know if you've heard that one, but I wrote that one with the gentleman, and we were in the day room, and they were just giving me lines about the walls because we were all talking about our short way. We were talking, what we talk about constantly. When are we getting out? And they started talking about the wall.
Why don't you want to sing it?
Because I also want, my spirit's telling me to do the last time about.
Do them both.
Okay. Well,
I got to pay the bills. It's going to take me about a minute and a half, but you go ahead and play both of them, and then I'll go, as soon as you're done, give me a thumbs up, and I'll go right into paying the bills.
Okay, well, the walls, can I tell a little bit about it real quick?
Go ahead.
Okay, well, the walls, it was written in the day room of the holiday unit, and I was sitting with a bunch of gentlemen, and we were all going through diagnostics, and everyone was talking about getting to the walls, because we all know that when you get to the walls, you're either going to parole, or you're going to discharge, or you're going to be put to death. And, it is what it is. So we're sitting there, and the gentlemen that have been in and out of there throughout their lives are telling me about the walls. They said there's giant pigeons there. They put you in a bird cage, basically, and there's pigeons the size of chickens. And I'm like, wow. And when I got there were pigeons the size of chickens. Yeah. And everybody was feeding. It was amazing. They also talked about a prison guard that was a ghost. He wore aviator glasses, and he'd walk by your cell doing count, but he wasn't really there. He was an aberration that had been there for years, and so that's in there. And then there was a gentleman there. He just stood up. He said, "Man, it's strange that we're all longing for a place where they take men's lives." And I said, "Man, that's a great line. I'm going to put that in there." And so there's all the lines in there are from guys that were sitting around. So basically, all these guys wrote the song with me. And actually, when I wrote it, I put all their names at the top of the page. So if it ever has any type of traction, which I hope it does, guys, I'm going to be putting it out. The songs you're hearing are going to be coming out, and they're already produced, and I'm just sitting on them waiting for the right time to release them. But anyway, I'll do it for y'all. This song opened so many doors for me. One day I was in the Cofield unit on our wing on 2-row, and the power went out. And everybody started demonstrating their talents. Southwest T was my neighbor. Hey, Terrence Butler, he's out there. He's out here in the free world right now. He's on the south side of town here in Houston. He's a rapper. He did a great rap song. Everybody was doing their thing. And I was new. I'd only been there about a week. And my cellie was there, and I said, hey, I can sing a song. And he's like, don't do it, cellie. I was like, no, I can do it. I'm good. And he's like, don't do it. You're gonna make a fool of yourself. And so I go up to the bars, because, it's a tier. And if it's 4 tiers, I go out there, and you've seen it. I yell through the bars like, hey, I got a song. And they're like, well, get it. And so I sang The Walls, and when I got done, they started banging on the bars and cheering. And the next morning when I went to the day room, they're like, who's that guy that sang that song? And I had it made.
Yeah.
And then I went to the schoolhouse, and they had a little talent show. I sang it there, and the director of
Windham?
She came in there, and she was staring at me like she thought I was Elvis. And the next thing I know, I'm playing at the guards' parties and the warden's reception. Yeah. And I tried to get in the band there when I got there. It's a long story. I won't tell. I tried to get in the band. They kept because they don't want. Those guys took a long time to get that job.
Yeah, they're real protective.
Right, but I went to the front of the line. I was in charge of the band now.
Yeah.
How much them guys hated me.
Sure.
But I'm just saying that the song.
But you had the talent. So.
The song opened doors, and here it is. It's called The Walls. Hope y'all like it. Well, my life is calling, Lord, get me to the walls where there's pigeons everywhere and haunted spirits say walk. I get there, I know I'm close to going home. Gonna make it this time, learn my lesson, I'm gone. Out the brass gates, take a left to Huntsville Square. Smell of freedom all up in the air. Strings along for the place where they take a man's life. Get me to the walls tonight. Those steel doors slammed behind me. My whole world was locked outside. A phone call home, collect a check on her, and I'm told it's been denied. Guess she finally had enough. She stayed down those times before. I broke her heart coming back this time when I swore there'd be no more. Time flies fast behind that fence. A few years gone down the road. Still write her letters from time to time. If she reads them, heaven knows. Coming up on my day, things are going okay. I might catch chain tonight. Had my fill of this place, gonna make my short way. Bluebird is gonna take flight. Well, my life is calling, Lord, get me to the walls where there's pigeons everywhere and haunted spirits they walk. I get there, I know I'm close to going home. Gonna make it this time, learn my lesson, I'm gone. Out the brass gates, take a left to Huntsville Square. Smell of freedom all up in the air. Strains along for that place where they take a man's life. Get me to the walls tonight. Those steel doors slammed behind me. My whole world was locked outside. That's The Walls.
Wow.
That's awesome.
Thank you very much.
How long's the next one song?
Pretty
long?
3 minutes.
Let me play the little thing.
I don't have to do it,
ID.
Dave.
No, I want you to do it, but I want to play the station ID first.
Do your thing, brother.
Thanks, man. Sorry, it's just got a certain thing we got to do.
No, don't apologize. I'm grateful to be here. Whatever we need, we're working together.
All right, well, let me do this real quick.
Take your time, sir.
You're listening to KPFT Houston. Support for KPFT and the Prison Show is provided by the Cohen Parole Law Team. For almost 40 years, Gary Cohen has helped to represent incarcerated individuals throughout Texas, obtain parole, and fight parole revocations. We protect those who have fallen short of perfection from the wrath of those who believe they have attained it. More information about Gary Cohen and his associates, Alan Bennett and Gene Anthus, can be found on their website at parolelaw.com. You may also contact them at 512-476-6201. That didn't take long.
That was nice. Nice job, man. I think I'm going to get on that. I'm sold.
Sold.
You got me again.
If you ever need it,
you get me to call. I remember when I met you, man. You were, I'm very, as we all are, I'm very standoffish with people until I feel them out. And I thought you were just so awkward. And I was like, something about this guy I just don't get. And then we went to Denny's, the four of us. And you started making me laugh. I said, "This guy's he's my guy."
Then I show up every time you're playing somewhere. All of a sudden,
man.
I'm just in. You met my mom and everything, dude.
I know. You're such a good person. Well, I had that illness back in 2023.
Yeah.
I had a bacterial infection.
Right, I remember
I basically died and came back to life.
Wow.
So my mind is not. It was already bad before, but now it's like I can't remember things. But what's weird is like I used to have problems remembering people's names that I met, but now I can do it. But I can't remember people that I've known for years. It's weird. I'm coming back.
Weed did me that way.
I'm coming back. No, I'm going to make it better.
Weed made me forget stuff. Short-term memory loss.
Well, I need to be on it. The railroad doesn't allow it.
Yeah.
I don't care if it makes me forget stuff. I'm trying to push some of the smaller memories aside to make room for the bigger ones.
Yeah. Well, I think next year they're trying to change the law where they cut out all THC.
They already have. That's what I understand.
It's not in effect till November,
okay.
and that gives us a whole year to try and.
Well, Union Pacific Railroad doesn't allow it no matter what.
Yeah. Well,
so I had a prescription for it when I was coming back.
Yeah.
And that was a great time. I had a little window of experience. After 20 years of not smoking, that's why I was on that K2 in 14, because it was a replacement for my drug of choice, which is marijuana. And then it turned into alcohol because I didn't have marijuana, and that was a vicious life that I had to go through.
Yeah, but K2 is not a good comparison.
No. At the time, you didn't know that. It was new.
They told you it was synthetic marijuana.
Right, and when you smoked it, you enjoyed it, but it was psychotic.
That's what it is.
It drove you psychotic.
Psychedelic.
Yes, it was hallucinogenic, I believe. And I would imagine that the feds were in the trees, and I'm having a heart attack, and just all kinds of weird things,
I see them. I see people just standing out on the street corner.
Man, it's different now. It's zombifying.
Yeah,
they just go out. It's weird. I was psycho. I was doing things just out of.
I've seen young people die.
Man, from
smoking it. Yeah.
I can't believe that there's kids in the hospital now for THC poisoning. I've never heard of that.
Yeah.
That's bizarre. There's got to be some intense stuff out there that these kids are getting a hold of.
A lot of stuff besides just THC, but
yeah. Well, when I got sick, I got real skinny, so they put me on this drug called Marinol, which is just straight THC. And I was going through the protocol with the railroad because I'm out on medical, so I'm letting them know everything. I got a prescription for marijuana. When it comes time to get off of it, I'll go to treatment and what's the word? Detox off of it. But man, it just gave me the free ticket to go do whatever I wanted for a short period. I was on gummies and vapes and Reggie and Hydro, and I was just living that life for about 3 months or so. Maybe.
Did you gain weight?
Oh yeah. Okay, let me tell you something real quick. I was in the hospital for 3 weeks with this bacterial infection. I had sepsis. My body kept swelling up with poison, and they'd have to take me in a room and drain it with a needle. And after about 3 weeks, this doctor comes in, and he stands before me, and he says, "We can't figure out what's going on. We've given you every antibiotic known on the planet, and this is responding to nothing. Your liver's failing. Your kidneys are failing. Your pancreas is failing. The only thing keeping you alive right now is your heart, because your heart's strong." He said, "I just want to have to tell you that there's nothing more we can do, and you probably won't live through the night."
Wow.
And I'm sitting. Can you imagine hearing that? I cursed him out. I don't really remember because I was so hopped up on Dilaudid.
Huh.
But my mother was there before she passed. My mother passed here recently.
Yeah, I remember
that. She was there, and my sister was there, and they told me that I stood up on the bed and cursed this man and told him, "I'm going to live. My God is bigger than this issue. My God's bigger than your God, and I'm going to show you that I'm going to survive this thing, even though y'all don't know how to do it." And so then everybody left me alone in that room, and it was dark in there, and I was laying on the bed, and I'm sitting there thinking about reality, and I'm like, I'm fixing to die. This man just told me I'm not going to live, and that's the fears coming over me. So I begin to pray, and I say, "Lord, in your book and your scriptures that you gave to me, you told me that if I was righteous, you would prolong my days. You told me that if I seeked wisdom, you would extend my hours. I know you can't lie to me, so I'm calling on you to give me that promise now, and to show these people that you can do the great and mighty things." And my dad died when he was my age. So I finished the prayer with, "Don't take me from my children the way you took my father from me." And then my wife came in, 30 minutes later. We're split up now, but she stood by me for most of that time. But towards the end there, she just couldn't take it no more, I guess, which is great. good riddance. But she was eating gummies at the time, and I was 8 years sober, no mind-altering substance whatsoever. And I said, hey, I'm dying. Hey, let me get one of them gummies. She gave me one, and within 15 minutes, I was up dancing around that room. Now, I prayed for that miracle, so I believe that's a miracle, but the THC is what came.
Mellowed you out?
It's what healed me to be back. But the next morning, they came in and said, we don't know what happened, but all your organs are responding, and everything's coming back to normal, and you're going to be all right. And it was the same doctor that I cursed out. And I said, I just want to apologize for telling you that my God's bigger than your God, because he was a Muslim, and I'm a Christian. I said, I want to apologize for telling you that my God's bigger than your God. I know that we both serve the same God. And he said, I don't remember what you're talking about. And I said, that's the kind of forgiveness we should all have for each other. That was beautiful. But anyway, this song that I'm going to do now is about my recovery process from, I used to be a heavy prison corrected me. I sobered up in prison. And when I got out, I was 8 years sober. Do I have time? We good?
We're good.
All right.
We're good.
And so I went through treatment, and there was this old black man that would do AA meetings, and he would use all these cliches that were just catchy. So I'd sit there and I'm a writer. I'll write all the time. And I would write down those cliches, and so I wrote this song, and I titled it The Last Time. And it's going to be coming out. I'm going to try to put it out on all platforms by New Year's, because I want this song to be an anthem for people that want to change their lives and make a difference. And this is the song that tells the story of how I attempted and practiced doing that. And we all fail and we all come back, but the desire to be better than we are is not bad, you know? So this is called The Last Time. Could have built a house of white chips. I surrendered so many times. Those past life don't like to lose. They had hold on my mind. Still I'd give it up and grab that chip time and time again. But from all my highs I was full of lies, and I'd start to descend to a place so dark I could not tell the nighttime from the day. I'd just stick one in me, and I'd be on my way to the spot where the devil take my hand. He'd say, don't worry, fool, I got this. Yeah, it sure was sinking sand. I let it happen time over and again. Though the game was trying to kill me, thought it was my best friend. By the grace of God, I found myself back inside those walls where I heard them all for freedom. And this time I took the call, and it was the last time. Yeah, something changed in me. It seems the fog was lifted. For the first time I could see all I've been trying to find. It's where I came to believe that the power greater than me could restore my sanity. Yeah, the last time. The only cost was honesty. Just feel that I should offer you what's been freely given me. Yeah, the last time. How much pain do we need? We're just promised today, and today we can be free from the last time. Oh, the last time. It was the last time, yeah, something changed in me. It seems the fog was lifted. For the first time I could see all I've been trying to find. It's where
last time. So never again, never again. Make this the last time. Never again, never again. Make this the last time.
Wow.
Yeah. It's a beautiful song, man.
Yeah.
You know, I don't take credit for anything that I write. You know, being a spiritual person like we are, those things are gifts, and it's a beautiful song, and I look forward to everyone getting to hear it. The production of it is incredible. You've heard it, David.
Yeah, I've heard it.
It's incredible. And,
I've got it on my playlist.
Well, I'm glad. Thank you.
Yeah.
But soon it'll be available there, and I want to send it out to all those that are listening back there. You know, behind the walls, man. I love you guys. I care about you guys. I'm getting off probation. I'm on probation for that frivolous case because I took probation because they held me in the county till I took it. I was innocent, and I had to take it to get out because I was sick of being in
Hate
jail.
probation, but it's better than going to prison.
Well, the probation that I'm on, David, if I violate, they can give me any amount of time they want.
Yeah.
That's how bad I want it out of county.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
Well, don't do that.
No. I'm just saying, when I get off probation, I'm going to get my volunteer status back. I'm going to be back in there talking to you guys.
Okay.
There's nothing I love more than going into the units and visiting with you guys and speaking and playing songs and just letting y'all know that somebody out here cares.
Well, we love you.
Love you too.
And Ashley, we thank you for letting him come in.
You say thank you to you, man.
Yeah, she can't hear us. No, we appreciate it. And I hate to do it, but we got to get to our
Oh, man, I'm
You're welcome to stay, or you burn off. Rayla can let
down
you.
the road, man. But
Rayla
thank you
can
very
get
much.
you out the gate. I've got my flipper right here.
All right, homie.
Just let her know.
God bless y'all.
All right, thanks, Joe.
Thank you very
Yes,
much.
ma'am. You're welcome.
It's nice meeting you. All right, let's get to the phones. I believe Pam was up first. Hey, Pam.
Hey there.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you guys?
We are great. Listening to some good music.
Yeah.
So what do you got for us tonight?
Well, I just wanted to shout out to my baby Demetrius on Polonsky. Let him know I'm thinking about him. I'm so glad that God brought him into my life, and I'll talk to him tomorrow.
All right. Well, thank you, Pam.
Thank you.
Have a great weekend. Oh.
Quick draw.
Yeah. All right. Let's get to Mr. Captain Tom. How are you, Mr. Captain Tom? Hello? I believe.
Hello.
Hey, Captain Tom. Now I can hear you.
I said, how was your Thanksgiving?
He said, how was your Thanksgiving?
Oh, it was good. It was good.
Did you get some turkey and ham and all that stuff?
I got some
Yeah.
turkey.
How about you, David?
I didn't have any turkey and ham. We had barbecue.
You had barbecue.
Yeah, well, I went out to Dee Dee's in-laws, and they had a big barbecue.
Old-fashioned barbecue.
Yeah, it wasn't quite old-fashioned. We had ribs and jalapeno sausage and regular sausage and chicken and all the trimmings.
Well, I miss that kind of stuff.
Yeah, it was good stuff, man. It wasn't a traditional Thanksgiving, but we sure did give thanks.
Well, I want to do shout-outs to all my fellow incarcerated veterans and also my homeless people out there. I hope they had good Turkey Day, and you can donate to KPFT by going to kpft.org or call 713-526-5738 or text the word GIVE to 713-526-5738. And y'all have a good weekend. Catch you next week right here at KPFT.
Well, thank you, Captain Tom. You have a great weekend. maybe.
He's gone.
I guess he's gone. Damn, everybody's leaving quick tonight.
I didn't hear the wah, wah, wah.
I didn't either. Well, have a great weekend, Captain Tom. All right, now let's get to Eva.
Hey Trey, how was your holiday? How was Thanksgiving? Yeah, I thought to come on here to wish you a happy holiday. Hopefully you got something nice to eat and got to talk to your family, maybe. I also wanted to add a funny Thanksgiving joke, but I didn't find a good one, so you'll have to do without. If you know a good one, then you could maybe send it later. Okay, sweetie, I hope you had a great holiday. Thinking of you. Bye.
All right, thank you, Eva. Now let's get to Eva Marie.
Good evening, everybody. This is Eva Maria from Germany. I would like to greet not just my pen friend, but all of you, especially those who feel maybe tired or depressed or lonely and don't have any shout out for them, or maybe have lost the sense of being connected to other persons. I would like to say, here in Germany, I try my best to feel connected to you, to pray for you, and I do hope that in some way or other these prayers reach you. Every one of you is unique, everyone matters, and everyone is a thought in the mind of God, if you can relate to this image. I would like to say, God bless you, you are important, you are unique, and you are loved. Good night, Eva Maria.
All right, thank you, Eva Maria. All right, let's get to Patty. Hey, Patty.
Hi there. Hey, mijo. Longhorns won. So, oh my God. We are very excited, mijo. Thank God for giving Edward's favor. I hope you're doing good. I know Tia Janie and your mom saw you this week. Everybody's good, mijo. I talked to you yesterday, and I was glad that we were able to talk to you. Everybody got home safely and everything, so we're good. Amanda should be going back tomorrow morning. I will make menudo. I wish you were here to have some, papi. But we're good, mijo. I love you. I miss you. Hello to all the guys. God bless you. And like that lady said from Germany, know that you are loved and every life is important. I love you and miss you. Hook 'em!
All right. Thank you, Patty. All right, now it is Miss Lydia. Hi, Miss Lydia.
I don't know if I can beat my sister's call there.
She was happy.
Yeah, she's a football fan. Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Yeah, my sister was up there at the game. Her son graduated from that college, and he invited her to the game. So she's up there, I'm sure, having a good time. But I want to give a shout-out to my son. And like Patty said, we had a good visit. And we enjoyed the visit, mijo. And I love you and I miss you. And I received a message from Big Will and Eric, and I want to thank them for sending me a blessing. It was truly a blessing to receive a message from them and encouragement. Okay? Talk to you tomorrow, Papi. Like Patty said, we all had a good time yesterday. got home safe, lots of food.
a.m. So I was there at 8 a.m. And at 8, we're back on?
So Facebook, but I don't think we're on KPFT.
Oh, okay. We're back on Facebook. So let me go ahead and read my shout-outs again. Bo at the Styles Unit, Farron, T, hey T, Big Head, Jason Thornburg, Kelsey Young. Kelsey, I hope you're doing okay. You're on my e-messaging, so please send me something. Randy Halprin, I'm still going to do that. No, I know. I'm slow, but I'm going to get there. Larry at the Huntsville Unit, I missed your call, so definitely call back. Britt Rapowski, Troy Glover, Greg Bryant, Travis Fletcher, Eddie at the Wainwright Unit, Brandon, I will see you soon, Joel at the Hughes Unit, Jay at the Win Unit, Chucky at the Win Unit, Leroy at the Pack Unit, Brian Rogers, Jeff Pribble, and Will Spear. And last, but certainly not least, CJ. Hey, CJ. Hey. And now I lost my train of thought. So Wednesday, I picked up a friend over at the Huntsville Unit who got out. They told me to be there at 8. I was there at 8. But, of course, we had to wait a little bit longer. And nothing was clear. They told them that we had to wait inside the building. They told me just to call a number. Well, I did both. Inside the building, and I called a number. And anyway, it was a great day. He tasted freedom for the first time in years, and now I dropped him off at his transitional home. He will be there, I'm not sure how long, but he's doing well. So it's always great to be able to congratulate someone re-entering society, returning citizen, as Danny Sneed calls it, returning citizen. So wanted to say again that pictures are December 6th and 7th. I don't think that came out on the earlier because we were off the air, but I also wanted to, I did get these letters today. Michael Fowler got yours. Charles Westerby, I believe that's how you say it. I can't read your handwriting very well. Greg Bryant got your card and your letter. And I will answer, I swear. And Jesse Davis, I got yours. I'm going to answer these this weekend. I'm going to try. Y'all, please forgive me. When I have a chance to sleep, I sure do love to sleep. So, working full time and then visiting and writing and doing the prison show, it takes, and phone calls. It takes up a lot of my time, and I sure do try. So does Linda. Linda sure tries. We're doing our best, though. Have no fear. We're doing our best. David, do you want to do your shout-outs? Oh, he's on the phone. David is on the phone. Never mind. I was thinking he wanted to do his shout-outs. And, we've been getting a lot of requests lately to keep updated information about the troll. Well, I'm going to be honest. The troll hasn't really had a lot of information out there for, unless you're a paid subscriber. And I just can't do that. So I'm not a paid subscriber, but I know there's other groups popping up, and they're taking it to the same level. So I'm like one group said that TDCJ has decided that it's against policy for officers to bring in cell phones. That was just posted on one of the groups. I do believe that is satire. I'm pretty sure that is. Pretty sure. Anyway, different things are popping up about that. I also wanted to remind you, when you're looking up a death within TDCJ, or if you have any questions regarding that, if you Google custodial deaths within TDCJ, or I'm sorry, custodial deaths under the Attorney General's office, Kim Paxton's office, you will find a website that has a table, and you can sort each column. So if you want to sort it by date, and then of course the actual facility that the death took place, you can click on their name and find additional information, although most of the time it's not specific. It's, found in cell unresponsive, found in day room unresponsive. It doesn't go into detail. Sometimes they go back and put more detail in it, but you just don't know when that'll happen. So remember that. Also remember that if you send us a message on the Prison Show's Facebook, we have an automatic response. So when you send a message, we have it set up where we automatically send you
instructions on how to make a shout out.
Right. So if we didn't answer your question, whatever you sent, do not be offended. It's just a way for us to let you know, hey, we got your message, somebody will be with you.
So we're on Facebook Live right now, but we're not on KPFT.
Okay.
So, and Howard said the next show will be okay because sorry, I didn't mean to do that. The next show will be okay because they come off the tower and they have internet at the tower. But Lydia won't stop texting me. I don't know. Howard says we're back on the air.
Oh, we are?
Yeah, but I don't have internet, so it's okay. We're back on the air because I went out and rebooted our... It's weird because my internet's AT&T, their internet's AT&T.
The internet here is AT&T?
Right. And so whenever we went off the air on Facebook, all I did was reboot my internet. Mm-hmm. And it's AT&T, and we came back up. But Howard says we're actually broadcasting on KPFT right now.
Well, that's good.
But the computers are still dead, and he can't log in either.
And people can't call.
And they can't call. Well, they mind if AT&T came back up, but I don't see how AT&T came back up. So, anyway, long story short, we had a AT&T gremlin tonight.
Well, everyone's accustomed to the Prison Show gremlin. Something always happens on every show. And I'm sure everyone looks forward to hearing what happens.
So I had a couple of announcements that I wanted to make besides just the Christmas show.
Okay.
I wanted to make sure that everybody understands about the shout-outs. I know that we've got a video or whatever you want to call it that I play on all. I've passed it all over the internet. We did renew our contract with Edovo, but Edovo, we had to go through some negotiations because there's some states out there that didn't want the shout-out portion. And the shout-out portion's been part of the show for 45 years. So, that's keeping prison families together. That's what KPFT even means. So we didn't want to lose that portion of our show, so we had to make a compromise. And the deal is and somebody made a comment on it, but that used to be how they got their messages out. But the type of messages that the prisons are talking about are bad messages. They're gang member messages or messages from one incarcerated individual to another that they're not supposed to be communicating back and forth. So it's code. We don't want any code getting out. We don't want anybody to get hurt or anything like that. So we just don't be so specific. You don't have to say the first and last name and the unit that they're on. You can say their first and last name. You can say the first name and the unit that they're on, or give their nickname. Ever how you can figure it out. Just don't give their first and last name with the unit that they're on. And then we'll be fine. Because then it's not so specific. Sorry we have to go through that. J. Dan Gum, I was talking to him from Forgiven Felons and over at Background Check. He said he won't even let them talk about units. They can give the state that they're at. Because we're in 45 states now. So if you want to shout out to Johnny Bravo up in Oregon, there's no problem with that. Or you want to shout out to Joe Bailey in Texas, that's great. But you can shout out to Joe on the Polunsky unit or whatever. You know, figure it out. I think we did very good tonight. I don't think we had even one person that did it. Mm-mm. So that's great. The other thing is that we have a Bobby Fats from The Groove passed away today. So I don't know if you guys listened to The Groove. He was very... He pushed the envelope a lot, especially whenever it comes to the things that he said on the air, because you have language barriers and things that you can't say. And you think that Sandy and I go back and forth. Bobby Fats and them, they really pushed it. And but it was a great show, and everybody's going to miss Bobby. So you guys that listen to Bobby and you know who Bobby was on The Groove, he did pass away. So we're sorry to hear that. And the last thing I want to talk about, I kind of mentioned it a while ago, was our Christmas show. We always try and do a Christmas show, and last year we pre-recorded it, and it took me, I don't know how many days it took me to do 2 hours worth of radio. So this year we're going to do it. Christmas is on the Thursday, and we'll be here on Friday. So y'all call us. You can leave messages on Facebook. You can email me a voice recording at david@theprisionshow.net, or you can call us live on the day after Christmas. It'll be the 26th. We'll be here from 9 to 11, just like we always are, because it is a Friday. And other than that, you want to make shout? Did you finish your shout-outs?
I sure did. It's your turn.
Okay. Well, let me go make my shout-outs. As long as my internet works. Here I am on my phone. I can get all these texts. You think I get internet?
You would think.
I've even got some messages. Shout out to Dennis Price and Bill Sims, Pete Signs. Oh, they just keep coming. Arian Medina, Charles Flores, Corey Stringer, Cornelius Robinson, 3RD, Dennis Richardson, Douglas Rivera, Jeremy Adler, Joe Ramirez, Kenny Morissette, Kenny Travis, Perry Williams, Roderick Johnson, Rodney Reed, Roy Kaiser, Will Spear, Clinton Young, and our favorite, Sonny Wade Wilson. We haven't heard from Sonny in a long time, have we?
No, I know Brittany has, but we haven't.
So Brittany hears from him a lot?
Yep.
Aaron Holt, Akeem McIver, Alexander Orchard, Anthony Thomas, Antoine Limberry, Ashley Bradshaw, Blake Dickerson, Brandon Hemingway, Cara Grimes, Charles Booth, Charles Miller, Charles Morris, Christian Wilkinson, Christopher Cunningham, Cleo Guerrero, Cody Thide, Crystal Minnie. Well, we're running out of time, aren't we?
Looks like it.
Yep. Let's see. James McElreath, Tiffany Cheeks, Gypsy Allman, Blade Dickerson, Terry Taylor, Stephen Drayton, DeCoraine Porter McCauley, Daniel Lipscomb, Daniel Moore, Victor Loya, Brandon Hemingway, Alexander Orchard, Michael Morkin, Francis Nye, Ivan Williams, John Thomas, and Lionel Rogers. If I missed your guys' name, it's because we're running out of time, and I apologize, and I will try and do a better job next week. In the meantime, y'all try and stay warm and do the best that you can. We appreciate you tuning in. Sorry if you missed some of the show this week, but we're doing the best we can. AT&T we can't control, so.
No, we can't.
Let's see if I can play the end of the song. You ready?
Have a great weekend.
I'm sure he's gonna come around by the time you give a least. It's Friday night, the inmates go quiet. Listen for a voice they know. It's prison radio. It's prison radio. From Paris to Polanski, bonjour, me more. In my dreams, I can see your freedom. I will hold you once more. The man with no visitors, no money on the books. Remember, David's always gonna be here. You're never so alone. This thing's my love. It's Friday night, the inmates go quiet. Listen for a voice they know. It's prison radio. Prison radio. And to all the laughers, the man sitting on the road, try to keep your heads up. You ain't me if you got hope. It's Friday night.